welcome back to Ant on the Move. It is the beginning of April, so it's time to look at what pass member benefits are taking place during the month of April. We skipped the month of March because at the beginning of the month they only had two things, and it was all dealing with the Seven Seas Food Festival. It wasn't very interesting, and then they decided to pop some things up later in the month, and I missed it and didn't put up a video about it. So we're back here today to talk about the things that you get as a pass member for the month of April. So let's get down there. It's still March when I'm recording this, just a couple days until April. They're only listing 4 things at the moment, but I imagine there'll be some other benefits coming up as well. It is spring break season, so there might be a little bit less happening, but currently there is the offer of a free sea lion feeding tray, and I believe, if I understand correctly, this is for only one. Yes, they have it listed for one free sea lion feeding tray, and you can get that from the in-park self-service kiosks, or probably from the pass member lounge or at the guest services. Worst case scenario, if the machines aren't working very well, and that is good from April 1st through the 30th, but that is only valid for one tray, not one every day, but simply one tray. From the 13th until the 30th, you can get 2 free Seven Seas samples for all pass members. You can redeem your voucher for samples at again, self-service kiosks, or worst case scenario, at the pass member lounge. So you can get 2 of those. This is a good idea if you're not sure if you want to spend the money and get the pass member option of 18 samples. If you're like, hey, I'm not going to come back, it just doesn't seem worth it, then this is a good way to be able to try 2 things that kind of pique your interest. The other thing is the Pass Member Exclusive Button Series. This runs from April 17th through the 30th. You can get a free button celebrating Earth Day at the Rescue Store. Sadly, in February, I just missed the day. I was kind of in between. I went 2 different times to SeaWorld, but I always missed the day when you could get these, which was disappointing. So I guess I won't collect these this year, but they're great if you have a chance to get there, be in the park, that would be fun. And of course, the Seven Seas Pass Member Exclusive Discount Lanyard, so instead of paying for, well, you'll pay for 15 samples, but you will get an additional 3 for free. So that definitely makes it a good deal, because the samples run roughly, I'm going to say $11 a piece. Kind of seems to be the average for the food options. Some of the cheapest ones I think are like $9 up to $12, $13, something like that. But the average cost is like $11 a piece. You're really getting a pretty good deal, especially if you're planning on sharing it with friends. It'll work out really good. I was trying to find information about this on SeaWorld website, but because it is a kind of separately hosted event, I couldn't find anything on the SeaWorld website, but you can find it here on Z88.3. I'll try to leave a link in the description if this is something you're interested in. But Z88.3, for several years now, I'm not sure how many years exactly, they've been doing a Easter sunrise service at Bayside Stadium, though this year it does say that there's the option of either being in Bayside Stadium or Orca Stadium, depending on how many people decide to show up. But this is a free event. You can go to a sunrise service at SeaWorld Orlando. So what happens is a parking lot opens at 4:15 in the morning. Yes, I know that's very early, but you're going to be there for an Easter sunrise service, and right now the sun's rising about between 6, depends on where you're at, but about like 7:15, 7:30, somewhere in there. So you got to be there early. The service has to start, and so the gates will open at 5 a.m. with the service beginning at 6:30 a.m. So again, there is no cost to attend the service. They will take up a love offering at the end, or at some point, I'm assuming at the end, and parking is completely free. SeaWorld has donated the parking for this event, so you don't have to pay $30 to park. It is absolutely free. If you don't want to leave any money, you don't have to. If you want to give $1,000, you can do that. It's totally up to you. So the worship will be led by Evan Kraft. There's going to be a message by Tadashi, which I don't know who either of those people are, but should be an interesting experience if this is something you're interested in. There is limited amount of seating, so if you want to go, probably RSVP would be the best idea. That way SeaWorld has an idea of how many people are coming, whether they're going to stick you in Bayside Stadium or Orca Stadium. I think Orca Stadium holds over 5,000 people, so it could be a pretty large crowd if you plan on going, so it could be fun. There's something else I was going to mention about that. Oh yes, down here at the bottom, SeaWorld is very gracious to open their doors. I'm positive that someone is paying for this to be there, but still they're very generous to open up this huge venue for people to come and be able to have a cool sunrise service. And they're also offering a special 20% off discount to those who visit SeaWorld Orlando that day for the event. So admission visitation for this offer is valid starting now through 4/9/23. So guests can purchase up to 4 tickets, valid for a visit that day. If you want to go to the sunrise service and then go to SeaWorld spend the day at SeaWorld afterwards, you can do that. Or the ticket will be good through 5/21/23. And you can click this link right down here. Let's click it here to see what it takes us to. And there's the deal. Shows you what the price is. It'll be $90.99. Tells you can get for ages 3 and up. So anyone over the age of 3, you have to get one of these tickets. It's a single day, single admission ticket, non-refundable, of course, non-transferable, and you can use it during regularly scheduled hours at SeaWorld Orlando. So kind of a cool thing. And then they've got, of course, they got the all-day dining deal and the other things you can go ahead and add on if you're interested. But if you're not a past member and you're wanting to do a fun experience at SeaWorld, this might be kind of fun. Start really early in the morning at a sunrise service and then spend the rest of the day at SeaWorld. Could be an interesting adventure to do. This is a very old picture, though, because that boat is no longer at SeaWorld. I don't, or is it? Someone go and look. Is that boat still there? I don't think so, because I don't think any of these water fountains are still there. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, because this is an old photo. Yeah, because of course there's no pipeline back there in the background, so it's quite an old picture. And if you do go and attend this event, leave me a comment. Let me know how it was, what you enjoyed. Was it a good experience, bad experience? I've thought about going, but I just... yeah, not that it's too early. I'm fine with early mornings, but just, it's hard to go to a different venue on Easter. It's like, I need to be at my own church, so do that instead. But if you've been to this, let me know what you think. Is it a good event, bad event? Would you go again? What do you think? I'd be interested in hearing about your experience. Well, that's it for now. If SeaWorld were to announce any additional pass member benefits during the month, I'll try to make a short about those and upload those here on YouTube so you can see those. So make sure you're following along so that you can see those shorts when they come out. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys.